Hello everyone, I'm Seven, and today we're going to be starting a new Let's Build series right here on this plain field behind us. We're going to build a jungle temple. I'm very excited, so let's get started. Before filming this, me and Qeebl already did a bit of terraforming, as you can see. We cleared out all the trees in this area, and we managed to patch up some of the gaps in the dirt, but as you can see, not all of them, as I have to fill in this hole right now. At the beginning you could see me miscounting the amount of blocks I need, so I went back and changed that. I think the size is just about right now. So now I'm starting a second base after filling up another dirt hole in the middle of our temple. I'm doing this second layer so we can later add some detail, maybe some crumbled blocks in the temple. You might start seeing now, this is going to be an Inca Maya style temple with a matching village, but it's not exactly copied, so we have a bit of our own creativity in it. I think I might need a name for the civilization that's going to live in this temple or town, or in this jungle at least. So if any of you has any ideas, you can post them in the comments below. I'll take them into account and I'll choose the best one for this new jungle civilization. We sped up the footage from the building so it wouldn't be too boring watching me put every single block down, but the effect of that is that we're already about halfway to the top of this temple. Oh, just a bit of miscounting there again, but it's starting to take shape. It's not the biggest temple, but again, this is not going to be the biggest build. It's my first ever build on serie, so it shouldn't be that massive. We'll start making some bigger builds later, but for starters, this is great. I think I'm gonna make this entire build the size of a small PvP map. Oh, miscounting again, so that the black box can play some nice PvP action in this map. So if we're gonna do that, the temple is probably gonna be the main focus point, so the temple has to be looking quite good. So the biggest focus right now is on the temple right here. As I'm making the stairs, I decided it was a bit too small, so I made the bottom a bit thicker, so it gave it a little bit more stronger feel. Now adding cobblestone to the top for a bit of contrast between the mossy stone and the cobblestone. Getting stairs around the edges, and now toying a bit around with how I wanted the edges to be. And I eventually settled on 3 fences in the middle of those cobblestone stairs around the edges there. Now trying to make the main altar for the middle of the temple. Not quite getting it to fit because the temple is a bit of an odd shape. It's not really odd, but I wanted a big square for the top, which didn't exactly fit. And now we're having some trouble with the filming. It was on 1 frame per second, so I couldn't do anything. But now things are going better, so I'm continuing to build stuff. Just adding a bit of detail to the edges, like I said before. Removing some blocks so it looks like an old ruin, overgrown with vines and moss and all. Trying to add some piles at the front, some piles of the stone that crumbled away. But after a while I decided not to keep them, as they didn't look very good. They didn't fit in with the rest of the build. So I came back to the top of the temple and I toyed around with some ideas. First adding water and lava, which of course made cobblestone, so that wasn't the best decision ever. Then taking the lava and cobblestone away and doing water and fire, which I wasn't completely happy with. It looked too simple. So I filled in the water with stone, dug away the stone, filled it with lava, and then decided there still had to be some fire in it. So I worked upwards with nether steps, put a netherrack block on top, lit it on fire, and there we have it. My next concern was the entrance of the temple, that it was looking a bit plain, a bit simple. So I started building up an archway, so the people that would enter the temple would immediately be impressed by the might of the gods of this unknown civilization. It's hard to see from this point of view, but there'll be an overview at the end to exactly see what I did with this archway at the beginning. Still building upwards with steps and upside down steps. Still not visible from this point of view, but just wait a minute, it will be there. Just adding a bit more detail to the edges, replacing some of the mossy stone with normal stone for a bit of contrast. And we're about finished with this part now. I think it looks pretty good. The first build could be better. Then again, it's not gonna be the most amazing thing. It's mainly gonna be a PvP map. So here we have the overview and the archway at the beginning, some glowstone on top, and all around it's looking good. It's looking great in the middle of our small town, or small jungle town, and I'm happy with it actually. The next thing on my list was to build a river for the water that the civilization so needs. So what I did was I dug a side in this small hill here for a kind of spring-like idea. I dug a tunnel underneath our new temple. I mean, made like a canal, sort of man-made. I put some water in it, and I made the end come out into a small pond, which happened to be near our temple. And after all, it took me some work to fill in the right patches of water, but I think after all it looked pretty good. So that's the first part's done. We'll keep building, but until then, thanks for watching and see you later.